Okay, this is lesson 13. It's kind of just a continuation on the theme of basic boxing defenses. And of course, in boxing, there's a lot of evasive body movement. And it can be on a spectrum on how evasive you use. Some boxers are pretty upright, mostly covering and punching. And some boxers, they're very evasive and they're dancing all around and weaving and turning. And so there's a spectrum there. In our Wing Chun boxing, we tend to be kind of on the side of the spectrum where we're not doing as much evasive body motion, simply because that Wing Chun idea of, covering and blocking and using the arms and coming in. But we will use evasive body movement. It's important. And the most essential one is just head movement, right? Just being able to move your head offline. So kind of from the waist and just bobbing side to side. So if he's trying to draw a bead on me, I'm just kind of moving around. If he tries to punch, see, I just enough evasive head movement so my head is not where he expects it to be. And I can still come, even from a Wing Chun perspective, I haven't broken the line, I can still come right back. Come right back on the center with my punches, even with evasive body movement, or the head movement laterally. Another very basic one, old school boxers called it milling. And milling was when they stood back and they moved the hands. Right? Everybody's seen that manly art of boxing, right? This was milling. So the idea was the opponent didn't know if your punch was coming or not because your hands are in motion. It wasn't like you just set up and then he can see your rear back and punch. It's more non-telegraphic because your hands are in motion. Well, boxers still do that. It's not like Wing Chun where you just walk into a guard. The boxer is moving around. This is modern day milling, keeping the hands in motion, the head kind of moving, kind of facing off with the guy so he's not quite sure when a punch is coming or from where. This is milling, part of evasive body motion. The other essential one is the slip. And the slip is kind of like just moving the head, but now we put a little more body action to it using the legs. So the slip is when I'm pivoting off my lead foot to go this way. I'm pivoting off my rear foot to go this way. And I keep my hands up to cover. So now the idea, it's a slip. So if he just extends his arm out there so we can show you in slow motion, the idea is that punch is coming at me and I've slipped to the side so it goes past, and then I can come right back. Or if it's this one, right, this punch is coming at me, I've slipped to the side out here so I can come back. And so again, we got right back to this drill we talked about, the basic mechanics and the basic warm-up. This ability to pivot onto this foot and still be in balance and control is essential to what we're doing. And you can see it here. He punches at me and I slip. There's my pivot that I just did in my warm-up. My weight is on this leg. I'm in balance and control. Here's my slip, and then I can come right back in and start working him. Boom. Because I'm used to being able to center my weight over one leg. The way if I slip this way, right? Come back. If I was in this stance, right? Still got my balance. Come back. Basic slip. The other one is the duck. And the duck is where I'm here. My weight's centered on my lead leg. I'm bending my rear leg, let my heel be natural. If something's coming at me, I just drop straight down. And see how I'm dropping onto my lead leg, so I'm still in balance and control. So if he was swinging a high overhead, I just duck. My weight is on this leg, so now I can go right back up again. Right? So I'm here, something's coming, I just duck. Boom, boom. Something's coming, I duck. Boom, boom. I duck. Just coming straight down, straight up, duck. Right? And then there's the weave. And the weave, this same kind of position, but now I'm going to lean forward and move my body. So if his punch was coming this way, I drop and I come up to the other side. Or if this one was coming, I start this way, I come around, come up to the other side. So it's, I'm here, and I'm turning this way, coming back on this side. I'm turning this way, coming back on this side. And we practice it with either leg forward. All right, makes sense? Now, sometimes you'll see people say, if I'm down like this, I should be looking at my opponent. Well, that's just stupid. I can't see anything from there. So I look down. If I look down, that gets me to drop my body more. If I'm trying to look up, I might not have dropped far enough, right? If I'm looking down, then I know I'm right here. So I come right back up, because I can't see much by doing this anyway. So I teach it to say, look down, so now I know I'm low enough. Boom. And as we work this, again, this is for street fighting, not for boxing, where this might be illegal. But we're going to do it. We're going to work on always firing off when we do this weave, right? The groin to the thigh, to the lower abdomen. You never just do this. We're always going to be doing bam or bam. Always hitting as we turn. And I already talked about in the previous lesson where people think the vulnerability in doing this is getting a knee to the face. It's not. The vulnerability, and the reason we wouldn't do it a lot, is it's very easy for him to smack me right in the back of the head. Because he could be doing this loopy punch, and it's very easy to just suddenly turn that and smack me if I'm trying to weave under. Bam. Where it's hard for him if he's shifting his body to recover his weight enough to throw a knee or a kick. That's slow. I can see that coming. But with my head down, I'm never going to see that blow. The black head coming, and I got nothing to cover. So that's why I would limit how much we do this in a real fight, because somebody's paying attention, just smack you in the back of the head. The other one is the snap back. So the evade back or snap back is where he's throwing a punch at me, and I've timed it enough where all I have to do is move my upper body back, or he can't reach me. And the idea here, as he's punching, I'm here, and I'm snapping right back with my recovery. Now, one of the basic defenses we didn't mention in the previous lesson is called a catch. And a catch was just he's punching right at me, and I just let him hit the palm of my hand. It's like a pop style, but it's not on the side. It's meeting his fist. But I don't use the catch this way, right? That would be stupid. I'm just getting my hand banged up. The catch was done where I've evaded back just enough to keep him getting hit, and that catch was my insurance. And I know if I can catch this punch and the force is almost gone, my chin is just right behind there, I've got the distance I want. Because now as he retracts, then I'm just firing right off right after him. And later on we'll do a drill called the jab catch drill, which is based on this, where one guy fires, boom, and then I fire, boom, and then we're back and forth, and then we reset. And he'd fire, boom, 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 and we reset. And that's just a drill to learn the range and the distance, to be evasive, and to go from there. Now, refinement to that is he punches and I evade back. I don't go straight back. I take that little bit of a step, but I always like to get an angle. And by doing that, now I can contact here instead of straight on, and it's harder for him to get at me with that punch, right? Because now he's got to turn his body more. And when I do my snap back, I evaded, boom, and then when I'm snapping back, I'm coming right back on that line instead of staying right in front of it. That's hard to do in the jab catch drill, so that's why we consider kind of a refinement. Okay, we got the jab catch drill down. Now we're going to work on that evade back at an angle. Boom, boom, to set the guy up better.
Native language.
So I think that's it as far as evasive. Oh, the footwork part. We haven't covered footwork yet, but part of being evasive is being able to switch your stance. And so a switch step comes in two forms. I call one the swing, and a swing is just I'm here, and I just swing over and switch my stance. So we could be faced off doing things. The part of being evasive is he's expecting me to be in this stance, right? And then just suddenly I step over here, and I've come to a completely different side and orientation. And all I do is I step out and let this leg swing around. So I could be milling, boom, a switch step, boom. All this stuff is going to make me very evasive and hard for him to draw a bead on. All right? I think that covers it.